Arthur isn't gonna make it, he had to work, and Tony's in Florida.
Is he gonna make it period?
He said he will, his retirement party is the 2nd of February, and then he said after he retired, he would have a whole lot more time. So, give him a month or two after his retirement, and see how it goes, if not. So, I guess, whenever you're,
I'll call the meeting order at 6:50, and we'll have the roll call. Do you want to do that? Do you want me to?
Kevin,
I just type as recorded.
yeah, he's good about
Okay.
marking it down.
So we'll move on then to the old business. We'll review the minutes from December 21, 2023. I don't have a view. You gonna go over them?
You don't have.
I didn't have the minutes, no.
Every time I get stuff mixed up. You got them. Did I give you 2 of them?
That's what happened to mine.
You got one off the other one.
When he was running, he left mine. Okay, so.
Oh, I didn't have the minutes when I dropped yours off. That's what it was.
Yeah, I should finish out late. I hadn't done early in the month.
That's okay. Yeah, I didn't give you all the minutes when I dropped them off. That's where I messed up. Okay. All right.
Okay, the minutes are as this. Vice Chair Randy Bowen called the meeting order at 5:35. Roll call was taken as recorded. After reviewing the minutes from the November 16, 2023 meeting, a motion was made by Margaretta Arnett to accept the minutes as typed. The second was made by Randy Bowen. Our vote was unanimous, 3-0. The public comments, we had none. Chris Cheney opened the discussion regarding 179-231 West College Avenue, Kroger subdivision, and Chris Cheney stated that the property owner didn't state his intentions for the property, only that he was inquiring about subdividing the property. Chris Cheney opened a discussion regarding a lot located at 843 Breckenridge Street. The current owner is trying to obtain a loan through the Veterans Administration. There are maps that show part of the property made inside the city limits and part of it in the county. There is an issue with the fact that part of the property is possibly being zoned residential, with part of it being zoned commercial. Chris Cheney has suggested to the appraiser that the property he subdivided on the corporate line. There was a lengthy discussion as to whether the entire property was only in the county. No concise outcome was determined. Chris Cheney will investigate the matter further. Chris Cheney stated that some of the members of the Planning and Zoning Board and the Board of Adjustments needed to attend the 8-hour training to satisfy the HB 55 requirements. Chris Cheney gave his monthly report highlighting the details of the month of November's activities. The motion was to adjourn was made by Kevin Morton, the second by Margaretta Arnett. The vote was unanimous, 4-0.
And that should actually read 3-0. I should read 3-0.
3-0, okay, well, yeah, because it was 3-0 at the top.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I was like, oh, it's 3 and then.
I'll change it on mine.
Okay.
I make a motion, we accept the minutes.
Got a second? I'll second. Okay,
We're gonna call vote, Randy.
you'll call a vote?
No, you call vote.
You call vote.
I'll call a vote, accept the minutes.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Okay, do we have any public comments? Just let me say, I'm glad that Mitchell does these, because if people in the public cannot come, at least they can view them.
Yeah.
And I know he's done a lot of from other committees and think boards, he's done that, and I'm glad that somebody does do that.
Yeah. I agree.
So I guess we'll go on to
sign that.
Administrative review request, minor plat, 843 Breckenridge Street.
Let me give you all a quick update on that. We met with the buyer, the mayor and I did right after that, or well, after the first of the year, and he's gonna go through he's got to subdivide the property one way or the other. So, okay, go ahead. And jurisdictionally, if it's within 5 miles of the city, you're supposed to go through the plat. So he said, I don't have a problem with that. He said, I'll go through the city, we'll do this minor subdivision. So he's working with the surveyor to get that all put together, and then that's gonna come to us. And basically, the request is, like we've done in the past, is you all have, normally we come to the planning commission to review that, and all I'm asking is to do an administrative review. That way, when they bring it in, I can go through it, check the boxes, and approve it, so he doesn't have to wait until the next monthly meeting. It's your all's prerogative, but I told you early on that when we were doing this, that I would always ask for permission to do that, not just presume permission. That way, in anything, you always had that option to review it if you felt like it was necessary. So that's why I'm asking for an administrative review. The buyer's intent is, after they go through this, he's gonna go through the proper procedure to remove the property from the city. He's like, we'll just go through the statutory process and take care of it. But he wanted to get through this part first and then get the financing straightened out and all that. So that was the conversation he and I had with the mayor, and we haven't talked to him since, but he was trying to get a surveyor lined out to do the subdivision process, which he's gonna have to do that one way or the other, whether the city was involved or not, because the lender is requiring him to divide the property to separate the commercial from the residential. They won't.
Where is this at, Chris?
It's right over here, the corner
Where
of
the
Pay
lake
Lake.
is?
The Pay Lake, yeah.
Okay,
So,
I'll make a motion to accept the administrative review. Is that?
yeah.
I'll second that motion.
Take a vote.
Aye.
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 All right, appreciate it. What, there's something else I was gonna tell you all about. Oh, I haven't heard anything else about, the Dotson property.
Okay.
I haven't heard back from that
That's
surveyor at
what I
all.
said.
Yeah, he hasn't, but I assume because of the weather and everything, if they're doing surveying and all that, maybe they just haven't gotten to it. But I've got his number. I may follow up with him early next week and see, where they're at, just to kind of get an idea. Let me see. Agenda real quick.
You will give your monthly report?
Yeah, you all should have a copy. Where was it? Oh, the HB 55, that was the other thing. There is I'm gonna have to go back and look at the date, and I apologize, I didn't have it tonight. I meant to, I forgot. Kentucky League of Cities is doing another HB 55 training. I wanna say it's in March or April.
Where at?
Paducah.
Oh,
So, I know that's a haul. I meant to mention that because there's at least 2 of them on the board of adjustment that needed to. I totally forgot. I dropped the ball on that.
They'll have one closer.
Yeah, but we can't wait too long is the problem. But what I might do is contact, the guy that does the training, that did the one that I went to. I talk to him every once in a while. He lets me bounce questions off of him and stuff. So I may contact him, see if he knows if there's a closer one coming up.
David Pike?
It's been 2 in a row in
No,
Western
Sean
Kentucky.
Moore.
Okay.
What's that?
That's been 2 in a row in Western Kentucky.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll have
Yeah.
probably east,
I-
Moorhead or
Yeah,
Ashland.
I think
They've had him in Berea, they've had him in Lexington, they've had him in Mount Sterling.
We did it in Lexington, didn't we?
Yeah.
Paducah.
I've done Berea, Mount Sterling,
Do
Lexington.
we have to have those every so
I
often?
think it's
Every 2 years.
2 years.
Oh.
So anybody new, so Randy needs to do it, Ruth and Tom for sure, and Eric. So most of the board of adjustment need it.
It'd really be a good idea if we all went at the same time.
Yeah, and then
Yep.
just.
And then every 2 years, you know that we would need it. But you said you couldn't find those certificates, could you?
I found some of them, and most of the ones I found are a lot older, like
Okay.
2014, 2012. So
Yeah.
I need to go through, get them all together and sort them out, because they're just kind of stuck everywhere.
Yeah.
But I'll try to put together what I can.
I don't remember when the last one I had was. I don't think it's been 2 years, but if it's close by,
Yeah. The
I
problem.
would go ahead and go that way monitoring you.
Yeah, the problem with Paducah is, it'd be an overnight, I mean, you'd have to do an overnight stay, and it's
Right.
gonna cost the city a lot more money to travel in this overnight stay, so it would be better for the city, and I think all of us, schedule-wise and everything, to try to do it closer. So, I'll get with Sean or David and see if they know. if
See
there's
when
any-
it's gonna happen.
If there's gonna be one closer, yeah.
That would almost be a 3-day trip.
Almost, yeah.
It'd be a solid 2-day trip.
Right, like
You
you
have
have
to
to
go
go
the
down
night before.
the day before, and then you're
Drive
coming
home.
back really late, because
Yeah.
it's at least 4 hours.
Yeah.
in best case. So, yeah, I saw that pop up, I'm like, oh, great. And then when I clicked on it, I was like, oh, it's a good guy.
I'm sure they'll have one somewhere here close.
Yeah, yeah, so I'll look into it. By next month, I'll try to find out when the next closest one will be for everybody. Because, yeah, we're gonna have, especially Board of Adjustment, 3 of them need it, so. And I'm good, I took it in the spring, so I'm good for a couple of years, but that's gonna come up quick too.
Well, you know the rest of us anyway.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, okay, so, do you all want me to go through this, or do you just wanna, anybody have any questions about the report? I'm sorry, I took all your. Wasn't a whole lot. Went through the holidays, had one conditional use, permit that we just heard this a few minutes ago. Really only had a couple, a permit. There's zoning verification letter for Walgreens. Still working on the comprehensive plan, the update and all that. And then, I can't remember what the other property research, I looked into the Pay Lake property, and there was another property I ended up having to do some research on. That may have been before, that may have been in November, actually. Oh, and then the other thing is, I do a monthly report, but what my intent is in the next month or so is to have an annual report and basically just summarize everything took place in 2023. Not necessarily like every little thing, but just kind of a summary. That's not required, but I just thought it wouldn't be a bad idea.
I make a motion to adjourn.
All right. You got here just in time.
Good. I wanted to show you some pictures. I just went down to